Binance now more profitable than Germany's largest bank, Deutsche. Crypto social media influencers attempting to manipulate the market. SBI Investment Group teams up with regulated ICO platform Templum. Spanish bank BBVA becomes the first global bank to complete a loan issuance on blockchain. It seems as though funds from the Mt. Gox hack are on the move once again. WaltonChain shown to have ties to the Thai royal family. Parity says it has no intention of forcing EIP 999, which would recover the over $300 million in frozen Ethereum. And yesterday's slide appears to have halted as almost all of the top 10 coins are clocking green numbers except for the OG Daddy Bitcoin. We've got all your headlines mixed with some daily market analysis. I'm Elio Trades and your FUD TV Daily Update starts now. Welcome back, FUD Nation. Once again, guys, we're diving in here and seeing a lot of green here. Obviously, Stellar above 10% in the green, 11.8% in the green, almost touching that 40-cent mark. Of course, Bitcoin is the only top 10 coin clocking any reds with a slight red here of less than 1%. It's generally a good day. Obviously, the market cap hasn't inflated. Oh, it actually has inflated. When I first started looking at the news this morning, just a few minutes ago, maybe an hour ago, this market cap was 390 billion, and now it's 399. It looks like we're moving again, so this is good news. Of course, it's here on a Thursday. Thursday's one of the last real pushes, in my opinion, from the week, and we start to sort of lose steam over the Saturday, Sunday. So hopefully we can gain a little bit of this market cap and get above that $400 billion mark, hold it there so that we can continue this momentum and build hopefully towards 500 throughout next week or the next 2 weeks. Obviously, VeChain clocking some good gains here. Let's see what's pumping really hard here. Obviously, Mithril, I want to caution you guys about Mithril here. Mithril is owned by a very wealthy entrepreneur that has created a successful social media app before in a live streaming platform and is right now extremely wealthy, and sort of the belief is that this individual has sort of put a lot of buying power behind Mithril and make it really pump. Don't know what else to say about it. I'm not sure if I'll be taking out a position anytime soon or ever, but it's definitely a mover. Kyber Network, obviously, with huge movements, and Gifto. Gifto, very exciting to see. Obviously, that's part of the Tron network. Siacoin with a great pump here as well. It's just seeing a lot of good coins get a lot of good momentum here. I actually like a lot of these coins here at the top. Mithril with being the exception. Honestly, I'd have to categorize this as a phenomenal day in the market, just seeing the end of the slide, seeing the momentum sort of catch and grow. I think that the experts who predicted the bottoming out of Bitcoin's price and that we're really growing, it might be rocky, it always is in the crypto space, but it seems like we are growing from here. And I know we've been hammering this Binance news of recent just because there's been so much of it, but we just got word that Binance is more profitable than Germany's largest bank, Deutsche Bank. That is insane. And that truly shows the power of cryptocurrency to unseat the sort of traditional financial world as it is. Obviously, Binance doesn't create traditional banking services, but if you think about it, they actually do offer quite a few financial services. They offer currency exchange. They offer a banking system that's somewhat secured. Obviously, there are more secure ways to store your cryptocurrency, but you can still store them there on Binance. You can send and receive. I don't know, there's a lot of financial services that you actually have access to, and online banking. If you think about it, you can always access your funds anywhere in the world. It is interesting, though, to see that they're making more money than Deutsche Bank, which is one of the world's largest banks, period. There's no other way around that. Deutsche Bank is one of the world's largest banks. It's Germany's largest bank, and is one of the world's largest banks. In Q1, Germany's largest bank recorded a profit of $146 million, while Binance, the world's biggest cryptocurrency exchange, recorded a profit of $200 million. They're making 33% more than Deutsche Bank per quarter. That is crazy, and we all know that with Binance, that number is only set to grow, dramatically so. With this next bull run, God knows how many Binance users there will be. There might be 10, 20, 30 million Binance users actively trading. This will be the centrifugal force in cryptocurrency exchange. And to see it now displacing from an economic impact point of view, Deutsche Bank, it's just crazy. It's just madness, and it shows the implications of cryptocurrency, and it shows how one person, Changpeng Zhao, can in a few months create an entity that displaces one of the world's most trusted and respected financial institutions.
Woo, woo, woo! Scandal alert!
That's right, guys. We just got word that apparently a bunch of social media influencers were in this private Telegram group. They were going to take a bunch of Bitcoin and try to buy, I guess, the controlling share in this extremely small market cap coin. They were looking at a market cap coin of around $1 million or $1.6 million. They were then trying to essentially buy up as much of it as possible through over-the-counter trading, or they didn't want to inflate the price. And then the goal was to shill this coin and to sort of build up the excitement around this coin into the altcoin season, and then they would literally manipulate the books until the coin got so high in value that it would be, 100x or a 200x return. This is not surprising. It is sad, and everyone should just be on the lookout and be careful about when they're being shilled on a coin or being told about a coin. Even from this channel, I want you guys to be very scrutinous and critical. It's not up to any one person to do research for you. You have to always be in charge of your own investment decisions, and you have to always be willing to peel back the layers and figure out if some untoward or manipulative behavior has happened, because it's happening everywhere. And a lot of these trusted cryptocurrency influencers, you can go down, this thread goes on and 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 on. It honestly takes forever to read. I didn't even read it all, but it's pretty astounding. They're just openly talking about completely manipulating the market.
And look, we get it. There's tons of social media influencers, and it can be really difficult to tell, especially when multiple people that you may be following might be supporting the very same project, and you maybe have never heard of it. The only real way to protect yourself from this type of information is to be critical of everything. Critical of everyone. Make sure that you don't just accept information. I know that a lot of people on this channel come to trust our opinion, and that means the world to us. But even here, we want you to be critical. The only way to protect yourself from this type of manipulative behavior altogether is to truly become a master of fundamental analysis. If you pick a project with great fundamentals, even some short-term manipulation should be survivable, and your investment should be protected. So please just learn the fundamentals, and you can avoid this whole mess.
And we have word that SBI Investment Group is going to be teaming up with an ICO platform that is regulated called Templum. Templum's website describes itself as providing, quote, regulatory compliant solutions for tokenized asset offerings, quote, initial coin offerings as securities and subsequent security trading. This is really interesting, and it shows that there is going to be an emergence of legal, regulatory compliant ICO offerings. There's no other way around this. ICOs are simply too useful. They're just a great mechanism for distributing ownership or distributing equity, distributing a lot of things financially. It just makes sense distributing assets through blockchain-based tokenized assets. There has to be a way where ICOs know when they're following the rules and when they're legit. And once we reach that point, I believe that there will be a true flourishing of the ICO market. And Spanish bank BBVA becomes one of the first global banks to issue a loan on the blockchain. BBVA Bank said it conducted the entire loan process from the negotiation of terms to the signing on a mutually distributed ledger that informed both the bank and the borrower of the loan's progress. Using blockchain reportedly cut the negotiation time for the 75 million euro loan from days to hours. BBVA called the process, quote, a significant advance in the exploitation of distributed ledger technology. So apparently this whole process went extremely smoothly, and this is now being looked at as a place that's completely revolutionizing and innovating within the financial world. This is the change of tune that we were waiting for within the financial services world. It's kind of like the damned if you do, damned if you don't approach for banks, because in the end, blockchain is going to save them tons of time. It's going to remove inefficiencies. The banks that take advantage of blockchain are going to make more profits, they're going to offer more efficient services, and they're going to outclass their competitors. However, by legitimizing and by utilizing blockchain in this way, you're pretty much bringing about the undeniable future that really eradicates banks more or less altogether. There won't be some death of financial services, but there will be a radical transformation of the banking world, which is largely predicated on fee-based services. There's a lot of inefficiencies throughout the banking world, and now seeing blockchain seep its way into these little cracks, this is the process by which banks will have to adopt this technology, and sooner or later we can see a phasing out of all of the BS throughout the financial services world that really doesn't belong there anymore. It turns out that about 16,000 Bitcoin have been moved from the Mt. Gox cold storage wallet, and this is being tracked obviously by a variety of community members. And the reason why, of course, is because there's a large belief that the Mt. Gox trustee and him selling these Bitcoin on the market was what crashed the market throughout the course of January and February. There's a lot of debate as to whether or not this is actually true. A lot of people do believe that because there was over-the-counter trading used, that the direct effect on the market wasn't as significant. There's a back and forth as to how significant the Mt. Gox trustee's behavior actually was. However, this is disconcerting a little bit to see another there's 4,000 Bitcoin moved about 4 times. So yeah, there's about 16,000 Bitcoin floating around the world that have just been moved from the Mt. Gox cold storage account. We don't know exactly how this is going to go down, but we're assuming they're probably going to be selling a few more of these Bitcoin as that's what they've done each and every time. Hopefully they do it through over-the-counter trading and it doesn't affect the market too much, but we just thought we'd let you guys know there is a little bit of movement here on this Mt. Gox vault, if you will, of Bitcoin. And this is pretty cool. We actually have word that the WaltonChain team is linked with the Thai royal family. On page 30 of this Fans Time white paper, which is another blockchain project, I honestly didn't do too much research into it, but it's created in conjunction, and the core management team is essentially the royal Thai family. And cited in it is Princess Apinaya Pramoj, Her Highness of the Thai family, royal family, and they are on the management team connected with this, and so is WaltonChain. WaltonChain's a core investor and apparently a core contributor to this project. So apparently there's some links between the Thai royal family and WaltonChain, again showing that WaltonChain's influence and reach is just a little bit less obvious than it seems, but they certainly are racking up a lot of connections, and they are planning to really introduce this product in, I think, a very unique way. I think that WaltonChain is secretly very connected, and that's one of the things that I've always loved about WaltonChain is their connections, clear connections to the Chinese government, and now it seems like they have connections to other governments as well. This might be some real old money or some real significant players in Asia that are behind WaltonChain that are making this happen. So this makes me even more bullish on my sort of conspiracy theory that WaltonChain is really secretly in control of a lot of stuff. So in response to this news that just came out about how Parity's bug has over $300 million of Ethereum in it, and there's this whole EIP, Ethereum Improvement Proposal, the subject of which is unlocking these funds or essentially forking Ethereum to create a new Ethereum fork that would unlock these Parity funds and everyone could go about their merry way, but there would be another fork, I guess, that would be required, a splitting of the Ethereum blockchain required, much in the way that that happened with Ethereum Classic and the current Ethereum. Well, Parity says that they believe that this would be detrimental to the Ethereum community, and they have no intentions of splitting the Ethereum community or the Ethereum blockchain in an attempt to recover these funds. There's definitely two sides to this debate, as a lot of people would like to believe that when something like $300 million just goes poof due to a software exploit, there should be some sort of recourse. There should be some way to get that money back. Now, I understand the implications of playing God here, of playing one person or one entity that can actually control or undo financial transactions, that's too much power, that is centralization of sorts, and I totally feel that. But there's definitely an argument here that there has to be some judicial process, there has to be some potential judicial process by which to recover funds. I think that there's two sides to this debate, and I think they both hold water. All in all, it's a pretty good day. We're seeing a lot of these top coins get their strength back. The market slide has kind of abated. We're seeing the growth continue, hopefully getting over this $400 billion mark again, working our way up towards 450 and 5. Hopefully over the weekend, it won't bring us back too much, even though weekends tend to be a little bit of downturns. Anyway, it's been absolutely wicked having you guys with me here on FUD TV. I'm Elio Trades. If you guys are new to this channel, we do crypto vids each and every day on this channel. Hit that sub button. We try to bring you the newest and truest in the space. So if you hit the bell notification right next to that subscribe button, you'll be notified every time we put out content, and we promise we won't let you down. No one's sadder than me that the episode is over, but like we've been doing it the last few days, let's move this conversation down to the comments. I love hearing what each and every one of you guys have to say. We're building a pretty solid community here. There's a lot of really intelligent people watching these episodes and making really great comments. So check out the comments below. There's actually quite a few really good observations and people who are really doing their homework. I love seeing that, and I love cultivating that energy. So it's been an absolute pleasure. It's been awesome as usual. I'm gonna shut up now. I'll let you guys go. Enjoy your days, and I'll see you very soon on the next episode of FUD TV.